That weekend, a big storm is supposed to come through, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is clear out these three beds right here. So what I'm gonna do is tear these three beds down. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Nate's DIY Gardening. We're now into 2021, beginning of the planting season for spring. Just want to show you what's going on in my garden in the last few weeks since the freeze that happened earlier this month, and just give an idea of where I'm going with my backyard gardening this year. Let's get started. So first, I'm gonna talk about what I did. So I planted garlic here right before the cold snap that happened across the United States. I'm in the Kansas City metro area, so it got down to like 12, 13 below zero. So I was able to get this in a couple of days in before the weather started going downhill. So I have garlic in this bed right here, and then I have garlic in this bed over here. So with the weather now warming up, we should be able to start seeing some shoots come up probably the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then we'll go from there. But the next thing I'm gonna do, since the weather is now starting to be better, the next thing I'm gonna do is clear out these three beds right here. So probably the next week or so, I'll clear this beds out. I will put in more dirt. I'm gonna do my dirt a little different this year. Usually I did like a mixture that I put together, premium topsoil, manure, and then slip on my mind right now, peat moss. Thank you. So I had peat moss, and I did a combination. So when I'm gonna do something different this year, I was watching some videos over the winter and talking about compost and stuff like that. So there are some bag soils at Home Depot and Lowe's that have compost as their main material. So I did that for the garlic bed right here and my garlic bed over there, and I can tell that that dirt was a little different, a little more richer than what I have been using. So I'm gonna use that compost and amend these three beds with that compost over there. So the next week or so, I will clear this out. Broccoli, collards, and then my lettuce, arugula, spinach be in that bed over there. And then I will line my broccoli and my collards with onions. So it'll be red onions, yellow onions. I will not plant in these beds until after the 13th or 14th of March. I was looking at the weather report. That weekend, a big storm is supposed to come through, and it can either be rain or it can either be snow, depending on the track of the storm. So I'll hold off planting stuff in these beds until after that weekend, and then start from there. I have plenty of time to plant. And then the last thing we're gonna talk about real quick, these beds right here, these three are my oldest beds. You can see they're falling apart. So what I'm gonna do is tear these three beds down. Saw another video on doing raised beds where they're using some type of landscaping type stones and maybe a foot long or foot tall on the wood and stuff like that. It just slides right in. So I'm gonna experiment with that in the next week or two. I will do a video on that so everybody can see how it's done. And then I'm gonna also use cardboard at the base of my raised beds. I saw something else on YouTube about that, but I'll explain all that when I make my next video. But until next time, if you like what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button. Let's get my viewership, my subscription up to over 100. Then I can do some different things on my YouTube channel. But until next time, I'll see you next.